everybody. I'm Stacy.
And I'm her daughter, Mickey.
And welcome to KiddieNomics. Yay! We are super excited today because we have a great topic. We're going to talk today about RESPs, which is the beginning half of Respect, which I love, the song. Everybody knows Aretha Franklin, but it means something else today. It means Registered Education Savings Plan, which is going to be a huge thing for you guys as you get older. So we are super excited to talk about this topic with Miss Billie-Jane today. We are so happy. But to start it off, as usual, let's do some of our housekeeping items. So 1 second, let me share my screen. There we go. So KiddieNomics is here just to help kids ages 8+ to develop a healthy relationship towards financial literacy, helping all of you to start you off on the right path to have a successful financial future. And that's what we want for you, for everybody, and all of our KiddieNomics kids, and even the parents, right? Because I get a lot of messages from parents saying, oh my gosh, I learned something also. I didn't know that you could do this. So this is fantastic. It's just our learning platform for everything, all-encompassing financial literacy. So we're so happy that we could bring you guys this every single week, week after week, every Friday at 11 a.m. So make sure you guys everybody's here. But this week, as I said, we're going to be talking about RESPs with Miss Billie-Jane. Yay! All right, so Billie-Jane Bolton-Rojo is a financial specialist helping individuals, families, and business owners build a financial legacy. Her pillars involve creating a knowledge legacy with the gift of education and RESPs, protecting a legacy, that's what we love, with personal insurance, and enhancing business legacy with strategic insurance solutions. Billie-Jane is a mom of 3 awesome kids, helping to teach them financial literacy skills. So we are going to welcome Miss Billie-Jane. Before we start, don't forget to have your book and pencil ready because, as you know, take notes, and there may be a game or two, so you're gonna need your notes to make sure you answer the questions correctly. So we're gonna put it all over to Miss Billie-Jane. Welcome, Miss Billie-Jane. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me. I am super excited to share my presentation this week with you about RESPs. I am so thrilled to be back. I had so much fun at our last session talking about savings and also investing. And now we're going to continue the conversation about thinking into the future and thinking about education and how we can prepare for it. So today you are going to be, let's get this advancing. You like my effects? Woo!
You. Awesome job again.
Yes. So I'm so excited. I'm going to be teaching you guys about RESPs. And I should mention to you, as Stacy mentioned, RESP stands for Registered Education Savings Plans. This is a program that's here in Canada, okay? That's the program that the Canadian government makes available to help families to plan for their children's education, and what I call is build a knowledge legacy, okay? So I just want to make sure that, because I know that we can have people from all over the world tuning into this, your governments may have similar kind of programs, probably called something else, and probably has some different rules. We are talking about the Canadian program, the RESP. And when we're done, you're going to know how much it costs to go to post-secondary education here. You're going to learn different ways to pay for it. Then you're going to know what's an RESP and why are they important and how do you start one. Okay, so let's do some dreaming. Let's think into the future, Mickey. Get ready. Start thinking about what you want to be when you grow up. What do you want to be? Anyone who's in the chat, I would love to hear what you want to be when you grow up. I've got some ideas. You want to be an artist? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be an electrician? How about an engineer? Building all sorts of cool stuff. How about a paramedic? We need paramedics, don't we? Any ideas for what you want to be, Mickey?
What do you want
Have you figured it out yet?
I want to be a doctor. I want to be a basketball player, and I want to be a tennis player. Yeah.
I love that. So you are brainy and athletic.
And athletic. She loves it. Oh, so somebody on the chat says a professional basketball player.
Woo!
That's Cody. Let's see what else we have. Oh, a police officer. That's
Ooh,
awesome.
yes.
An engineer or an NBA player. A movie director. Egypt.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I love it. Telling your own
that's
story.
awesome.
These
We
are
have a cheerleader.
woo!
Cheerleader. I was a cheerleader in high school, so that's super awesome. And Mickey did cheerleading
I
too.
actually have to perform.
I love it. Well,
football.
Yes.
yeah.
You did at the
There-
Argos football game.
So many amazing ideas on what to be when you grow up. Some of them you're going to need. In fact, a lot of them you might need some post-secondary education, okay? And what is post-secondary education? It's a fancy word for school after high school. So it's grown-up school. Let's just call it that. All right. So there's different kinds. There's university with those really beautiful buildings. They're usually really old and they've got lots of brainy people in there. Then you've got colleges where you can learn all sorts of programs and really get out into the world. And then you've got trade schools. These are just examples. If you want to be a mechanic or an electrician or a plumber, those are great jobs for people who are really good with their hands. They can do really well in those fields. So,
Billie-Jane, sorry, one of the kids was asking, what is RESP stand for again?
good question.
Education Savings Plan. Registered Education Savings Plan.
Exactly.
That's why we did savings last week, because RESP, there's savings plan in RESP this week. So go
exactly.
hand in hand.
And it's a savings plan just for education. You can't use it for something else. It's just for school, okay? So we want to know, how much does school cost? Remember, I showed you the different kinds of school. So let's say you wanted to be a mechanic and you want to go to trade school. Today, it'll probably cost you $1,410 for 1 year. That's like an iPad Pro. I keep talking about it because my son loves it. What if you want to go to college and become a chef or something? Well, that can range from $4,500 to $8,200. Okay, if you want to be a paramedic, you would go to college. Depends on the program. $8,200, that's like what? 5 iPad Pros? 6? What about if you want to go to university because you want to be like Mickey and become a doctor? You need university. Now, if you go to school to university today, 1 year is $11,600. That's like what? 8 iPad Pros? If you want to go to university and you need to be there for 4 years, because you would need that if you're going to be a doctor, and more than 4 years, honestly, lots of learning. 4 years is $48,000. How many iPad Pros would you need for that?
80,000.
You probably would need like, sorry?
It's a lot of iPad Pros.
A lot of iPad Pros, like 30. And then, but we're not going to school today. So many of you guys are like probably 8, 9, 10. We're not going to school for a while. So we got to think way out. So let's say we think 10 years from now. Do you think school stays the same, the price? No, it keeps going up, up, up. So by 2030, school's going to cost $14,600 for 1 year. And if you need to go to university for 4 years like Mickey to be a doctor, $60,000. Is your mind blown? Is your mind blown? Okay, so why is it so?
Luckily, it's not me that's paying for it.
Right?
It's not me.
Yes, mommy.
Mommy.
Do you got your RESP?
No.
All right. So you got to pay for, why is it so expensive? There's so many things you got to pay for. You got to pay for your program. We call that tuition for the program, the course itself. You got to pay for extra school costs. Like they've got student services. Like when you're at some schools, they've got like awesome student buildings and services in them. They might even have a hospital on campus. You got to pay for all the students pay for those services. Okay. What about books? You need books to learn and help getting to school. You need transportation. And what about personal care and fun? You need money for all of that, right? So I got my books, I'm being on the bus, and got to get to the movie theater. It's important to learn, but also have fun, but it costs money. Thinking about flying away and leaving the nest for school? All right. If you want to live away from home, then maybe you're looking at being in a dormitory. See, this is what the buildings look like, and you'd make so many new friends. It honestly is an awesome experience. I have to say, I went away for school and I loved it. I loved being on my own, being disciplined, making my own decisions, but I had to be responsible. You got to be responsible because mom and dad aren't there, okay? If you want to go away to school for 4 years for university, and I always say university because you know what? I don't know what you want to be. Maybe today you say you want to be a police officer, but down the road you decide you want to be a veterinarian. We want to make sure there's money so that you could do whatever it is you want to be. So I always think prepare for university. You got money for everything else you might want to be. 4 years away from school, whoo, $110,000. That's like 100 iPad Pros, okay? This is why mommy and daddy need to start thinking about the RESP. Now, why is it so expensive to go away? Because now you got to pay for where you live. You got to pay for rent and you got to pay for food. Mom and dad aren't cooking for you anymore, so you got to go somewhere and eat breakfast, have your snacks, have your lunch, have your afternoon snack, and have your dinner, and hopefully not a midnight snack. Lots of kids eat too much in residence, okay? But that's what you need when you go away to school, so all those things add up, and that's why it costs over $100,000 by the time you're ready to go to school in 10 years. Now, why is school important, post-secondary? We're in a new age. It's called Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 is just talking about where we are in our industrial age. There was Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, Industry 3.0, and now we are 4.0. 1.0 was the steam engine, and that changed the world for business. Then we had electronics. We had the manufacturing line, the assembly line, and all of a sudden with cars, they learned that if they had one person do one part, the next person can do the next part, and it became an incredible system that moved the whole economy. Then third, we had IT, we got computers and the internet, and now Industry 4.0, we're looking at robotics and intelligence, right? There are lots of computers doing things for us now. And have you heard of 3D printing? Do you know that it doesn't print on flat paper like this? It actually is something you can hold. They even make organs with these printers. This is the world we're in. Will you be ready? This is the other thing to think about. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Our economy keeps making more jobs. By the time we get to 2027, there'll be 6.3 million new jobs. And 2/3 of them, so if you look at two of those things, let's say maybe you look at the red one and the green pie, both of those are going to require jobs, whether it's going to require either college or university or some type of vocational education. So we need something to make it in this crazy world. You got it? So you know that school is important. How do we pay for it? I like this first one, scholarships. Okay, this is something on top of the RESP. I love it. When we work hard, you're really smart and you work really hard on your books. It's not even that you're smart, it's that you work hard, because anyone can be successful. You work hard in your schooling, you get good marks, you participate in activities at your school, you're very well-rounded, and you get scholarships. Guess what? Schools will pay you to go to school. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Schools will pay for you to go to school. Okay? Now, the other thing is maybe you can work. You can work while you're at school. It'd be tough. It is so distracting to have something else to do and do your work. But you can do it. There are people who've done it, but I have to tell you, it's tough. It's okay if you want to work in the summer. I did that. I worked every summer and it helped pay for school as well. But during school, it's hard to concentrate. Okay? And then also, if you don't have the money, then you might have to get student loans. That's when we borrow. We borrow from the bank. Most often kids borrow from the government. Here in Canada or in Ontario, we call it OSAP, which is Ontario Student Assistance Program. I believe that's it. And you can borrow from the government to go to school. And guess what? On average, kids come out of school with $28,000 of debt. Do you remember when we talked about savings? Do you remember we talked about some really cool words like compound interest and that our money got to grow on itself? It's the exact opposite when we're talking about loans, is that now our loan, our $28,000 is growing for someone else. And we got to pay that. So we want to minimize how much debt we have so we get an RESP, a registered education savings plan, and our parents plan ahead and they save for education so we can go to school, okay? Now, what is an RESP? It's a plan to save money just for school. So your parents start saving, but guess what? They're not alone. The government will save with them, and all together their money is growing. So that's my interest rate. It's going up, up, up. Okay? Our money is growing. Wait, what? The government saved? Did you know that, Mickey? That the government will help your mom save?
Yes.
Yes, the government will help your mom save. We've got a program called the Canada Education Savings Grant. Okay, that's one of the programs. Then there's another program called the Additional Canada Education Savings Grant. That's a really jazzy name. And then there's one called the Canada Learning Bond. You'll hear people call it the CLB. And there's other grants depending on the province that you live in. There's some extra money for you that your parents can get for you. So how does the Canada Education Savings Grant? This one is available to everybody in Canada. No matter how much money you make, you can be a billionaire, gajillionaire, you still get this, okay? The government is gonna give your parents, or actually you, a 20% bonus. Isn't that cool? It's like a salary from the government for you to go to school, okay? When your mom puts $2,500 away in a year, she doesn't have to do $2,500, anything up to $2,500. The first $2,500 she puts away, the government's gonna give her a 20% pay raise, okay? So $2,500 times 20%, for those of you who need the help with math, that's okay, I'm here. $2,500 times 20% is $500. That's how much money the government is going to add to your mom's savings for you in 1 year. Over time, they will give you $7,200. That's their budget. That's the maximum savings that has your name on it, Mickey, okay? So the government will put up to $7,200 over time. So in 1 year, the first they'll do is give you $500. If your mom puts $2,500, okay? Some people are like, I don't get $2,500 in a year. They're like, I don't get that. I think about what I need every month because I have to buy groceries. I have to pay for my car. I have to pay for my house. You think monthly. So if you're thinking monthly for $2,500 a year, that's $209 a month. Oh, that's a bike every month you got to put away for, right? So the government will give you $500 to start if you're able to do that, and it'll grow to $7,200 over time. Do you know how long it takes? 14 and a half years. They don't give it to you all at once. Mom has to be disciplined and patient and let it grow, okay? Oh my gosh. What if we feel we're not able to earn the full $500 grant because we can't put away $2,500? I'd be sad like this baby. But don't fear, you can catch up. You can actually catch up 2 years at a time. So if you double up, remember I said in 1 year you could put how much, Nikki? Do you remember, Mickey?
You could put
$2,500. If you put $2,500 in 1 year, but you double it up, that's $5,000. And this time, instead of them giving you $500, they'll give you $1,000. Okay, so you do have the opportunity to catch up. We call that retroactive because you can go behind, you can go back in time, retro, and get that money that you didn't get today, okay? So this particular grant, you can do that. So let's look at an example, okay? So in year one, remember I said the government's gonna put some money aside for you, Mickey. They're gonna put $500 and they're just waiting for your mom to make a deposit. Your mom does, she saves $2,500. So you earn $500. Any remaining grant? Nope, zero, you paid all of it. So now next year, you're going to have a chance to earn another $500, okay? So we go to year two, you start with $500, mom saves again $2,500. She earns another $500, okay? You finish all of that, now you've earned a total of $1,000 after 2 years. Let's keep going, let's say year three, we do the same thing. Now we're $1,500 of grants, and you've used all of it up. So there's no more for year three. We keep doing this year over year. Let's go to year 14. Same thing, you've got $500 put aside. Mom puts another $2,500 and earns that $500 for you. So there's no more grant at this point. But guess what? The total amount of grant you earned by year 14 is $7,000. Do you remember how much I said the government will put aside for Mickey? It's got her name on the total amount. Do you remember how much that was, Mickey? How much was it?
7,200.
7,200. Good job. So at year 14, we got 7,000. So how much more can we get in year 15? Only 200. So now in year 15, all you have to do is put $1,000 and you will get the last $200. Okay, so it takes 15 years if you do 2,500 a year to get all of it. And in 15 years, you would have saved $36,000 and you would have got all of your grant. So if we take your 30, I'm just going to go back. We take our 36,000 plus our 7,200 grant. That means your mom and the government saved $43,000 for school. Can you believe that? In 15 years, that almost paid for your school. Yeah! Got to cheer on parents, okay? Let's play a game. I'm going to have two teams. I'm going to have the start early kids. I'm going to call you the start early-ers, okay? And those who wait are the waiters. So, Mickey, what team are you on?
What team? Which one?
Start early or wait? Start early to save in your RESP or wait?
I didn't know.
Okay, she'll be the start early. I'll be the waiters.
Okay. Anyone else want to join the teams in the chat? Anyone else? Oh, I'm seeing some comments.
So, most people are early. Let's see, who else? More waiters. Okay, yay.
Okay, good. We need some waiters to join Stacy.
Right.
Wait, oh, Kurt is on my team.
All right, we need some waiters. We ready to go?
Team. Cody is on Mickey's team.
Okay. I think we're ready to go because we got some people on both teams. It seems like it's very heavy on Mickey's side, though. I gotta admit. So let's talk about what happens to those who start.
I'll be late. No, Naomi says, "Oh, fine, I'll be late."
Thank you, Naomi. Go, girl. So the start earliers. You start in year one. You start when your parents start when you're a baby. They start saving for you when you were a baby, and they save $2,500 every year. And how much grant do they get every year? $500. If they do this every year, there's nothing left after every year. By the time we get to year 15, like we saw before, you would have $36,000 and you would have gotten all your grant. Okay? So start earliers. You guys are on track to have all of your grant in 15 years. Woo! Yes, clapping, right. All right, I see Samuel has a hand raised. You got a question? Maybe you can put it in the chat, right? Let's talk to our waiters. Let's see what's happened. This time, waiters, you decided to wait till your parents wait till you were 10 before they got started. So in year one, did they save anything? No, big zero. The government put money aside for them, though, $500, but it didn't go anywhere because no one saved anything. So there's $500 waiting. Year two, you saved zero, but you still have some more grant, another grant waiting. So now you've got $1,000 in grant that you can claim in a future year. Year three, zero. Okay, we keep doing this until you're 10. You've got $0, but now you've got $4,500 in grant that your parents can claim. Remember my rule, you can only claim 2 years at a time. So let's say you start doing that. Year 10, waiters, you've got a lot of money saved up. You said, I'm going to put $5,000 down. Awesome, that's great. Put $5,000 in. Awesome, you get $1,000. You would have had $4,500 available, and you get another $500, but you took $1,000. So how much is left? $4,000 that you can claim the next year. We do the same thing in year 11. You put another $5,000, but guess what? You earn another $500 that you can take. So you've got $4,500 of room available. You get $1,000 because you doubled up. Now you got $3,500 left. Whew. We still need to try to chip away at this. We do it again in year 12. Do we have all of our grant done? No, we still have 3,000. Let's try year 13. Let's do another 5,000. We got all our grant? No, we still have 2,500. do it, waiters. You're 14, you'll get it done. You put another 5,000. What? You still have $2,000 left. Okay, year 15, you do it. Oh my goodness. You still have $1,500 left. You don't have enough time to get all the money. We have $6,000 of grant that you were able to get, but we left some money on the table. Now, I should mention, with an RESP, you don't just save for 15 years. You can actually save until you're like ready for school at around age 17. So you do have more time to collect the grants, okay? But what I want to show you is that when you start earlier, it's much easier for you to collect all of your grants. And also check out what happened in 15 years and how much your parents saved of their own money. Remember early starters? You guys have $36,000 of your own money, but my waiters, you only have, $3,000. Sorry about that. You only have $30,000 of your own money. See the advantages of starting early. Mickey and all my start early-ers, I'm proud of you. That's how we do it. Not only do we get our grants, we also get interest, okay? Let's keep it moving. So that's not the only grant. There's more, okay? The government wants to help even more. They've got something called an additional Canadian Education Savings Grant, and they'll give you an extra $50 to $100 per year, but it depends on income. Income is how much your mom and dad make, their salary, okay? So based on their income, that's how the government figures it out, but you could get an extra $50 to $100 a year. It's an extra 10 or 20% on the first $500 they put aside. Okay, the key is you can get an extra $50 to $100 a year, but keep in mind, the government's piggy bank for you is still $7,200. You just get there a little bit faster, okay? And this is not retroactive. We cannot go back in time and get this money, all right? To get it, mom and dad need to invest. There's another program called the Canada Learning Bond. I love this one too because it's gift money of up to $2,000 from the government. Now, this is also like your educational, the additional Canada Educational Savings Grant, except this one, so it's based on income, but your parents don't have to save for this. It's based on their income. The government will give this extra money just to start the RESP for you. Isn't that awesome? So a child can get up to $2,000 by the time they're 15. This is a great program to get a head start, okay? Because I know it can be hard to save, okay? So the government will help you, but I hope that it'll encourage your parents to save a little bit more. She's happy about that. You see that? So parents don't even need to save to get this. And now you can receive, remember I said if you're saving and you get all the grants, how much grant can you get? $7,200. If we add $2,000, Mickey, how much do we have?
$2,000.
2,000 to 72.
2,000 plus the 7,200, we have $9,200. That's for parents who are able to save as well. That's the opportunity for you. And man, I told you, it doesn't stop. Some provinces, they offer you more money too. Unfortunately, guys, they don't do that here in Ontario. I'm sorry. Okay. But British Columbia does. And so does Quebec. British Columbia has a program where they'll give $1,200. That's an iPad Pro. They'll give you, it's like getting an iPad Pro, but they only give it to you during a certain time. Only when you're between the ages of 6 and 9, you can get this in British Columbia. So if you move to British Columbia at between, I guess, the ages of 6 and 9, your parents can get this for you as well. Quebec, you can get an extra 10 to 15% on the money that your parents, so the parents save. So what your parents saved with the regular program in Quebec, they'll add an extra 10% to that, okay? Which is really awesome for those who live in Quebec, okay? We need to go to Quebec and get some more money. So let's look at an example. So let's say we're saving $100 a month for an 8-year-old. Here's my 8-year-old. $100 a month by the time she's ready to go to school will grow to $16,000. That's 10 iPad Pros, isn't it? That's pretty good. That can help with school. It actually pays 30% of her school if she stays at home. Remember, going away costs a lot more. If she stays at home, $16,000 will cover her education if we start at age 8. Now, let's say we start earlier. Let's say we start for this little guy and he's 4. By the time he's ready to go to school, it'll be $25,000. Woo! We're getting closer. 44% of this school cost will be covered. I got here a point that is around 4% of interest. Remember we talked about interest last time, Mickey? We talked 10%. I'm being more conservative now. I'm talking real deal, 4%, okay? Now, what if we start from a baby? Look how happy he is. $100 a month would grow to $36,000. So this really enforces starting early, okay? But it's never too late to save. Start from wherever you are, but start as soon as you can. When you start as a baby, almost 60% of school is covered. Now, what happens when I'm ready to go to school? Okay, remember I showed you that parents save? When you go to school, Mickey, then whatever your parents save, whatever mommy saved, she's gonna get that back. It goes to her, no taxes. Okay, because when she saved it, the way it works, when mommy saved, it was after tax, so she doesn't get taxed again. I think you guys had a lesson about taxes with Miss April Mullins. So you guys can go back and check that video, but real quick is when you work and you get paid, the government wants to get paid too. That's their tax. And it works to help pay for all sorts of things that we have in our world, in our country, whether things we need as Canadians, things we need as in our province, Ontarians, or for those of you who may live in my own little city here in Ajax, us Ajax people, okay? That's where our tax dollars go, all right? So when you invest in an RESP, your parents are saving after tax, so when they get the money, there's no tax again. They don't have to pay a salary again to the government. Remember I said the government to help you save? We like to see that. So it adds to your money. And remember, we're getting interest or income. This time there's tax. Wah, wah. But who is the tax to? To you. But you know what's cool about this, Mickey? Is that when you're going to school, are you working a lot like the average student? Are you working a lot? Probably not. So you're not making much money. So when the government taxes, they don't tax much of anything. Hardly any of our kids get taxed, okay? If they are in school full time. This is really cool, all right? So that's what happens. Now, what kind of school can you go to, Nikki? You said you wanted to be a doctor. So university, that's one. If you want to be a chef or a paramedic, college will help you to get there. If you want to be a plumber or an electrician, do you know that a plumber came to my house because my tub, we didn't realize how clogged it was. Do you know that I had to pay him the price of a bike and a half? It is not bad being a plumber, okay? He was at my house for 30 minutes and he took my bike with him. That's how expensive it was. All right, so working in the trades is an awesome thing. Technical schools are very similar. Correspondence schools, if let's say you decide you aren't going to go to school, but you found a program online that you want to take, you can do that. We call that correspondence distance learning. You can use the money from your RESP for that. If you go to Quebec, they have a program that is like preparing you for university or college. It's called CEGIP. You can use your RESP for that if you ended up in Quebec. You can even use it for part-time school. Isn't that awesome? People ask me, where can I study? Well, you can study here in Canada. There are so many amazing schools here. We've got like over 1,800 amazing schools that you can apply to do so many different things. Okay? Or you can hop on a plane and you can go anywhere around the world. There are over 3,800 schools you can choose from. It just has to be a school and you can use your RESP for it, okay? So you can let your mind go and you can think about all the places you want to see, where you want to study. You can use your RESP for that as well, okay? But then people say, what if I don't go to school? No, 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 not an option, okay? Remember we talked about what our world is turning into? We really do need to get something to be successful in the world that is developing around us. Remember I mentioned Industry 4.0? And remember I mentioned that there's so many jobs coming up and 2/3 of them need something? So I always encourage kids, pursue something, okay? You don't have to be a doctor. Follow your dream, follow your passion, and be the best at what you do. And if you need to go in, when you need to get some education to do that, you can use your RESP so you don't have to get that student loan, okay? That's the thing. But let's be real. The other thing I wanted to mention is I want to give you encouragement. You got lots of time to figure it out, okay? You got lots of time because the RESP can stay open for 35 years. So you got lots of time to figure it out, okay? Lots of time to figure it out. But if you insist on not going to school, let's see what happens here. Remember, mom and dad have been saving. Well, if you don't go to school, they still get the money that they saved and they don't pay tax on it. They still get it back. Nobody loses it, okay? Now, the government, they might still keep giving you the money. And of course, you got the interest, but it's not going to you. Maybe it can go to a sibling. You can transfer it to another child, typically a sibling, okay? But you can transfer it to anyone. There's some, like, interesting rules, but generally, if you transfer to a sibling, then the money gets to follow your sibling, okay? But you tell me no one's going to school. Like, really? No one is going to school? Well, no matter what, mommy did her job, so she's going to get her money back, and she's not going to pay taxes on it. Now, what happens to the government grant? Bye-bye. Okay? It goes back to the government. Why? Because the government is giving you money for what, Mickey?
For the school.
For school. If you don't go to school, and if no one is going to school, no one in your house is going to school, they're going to say, well, thank you, Mickey. I'd like my money back. So we do have to give it back. But what I love is that they let your parents keep all that interest. And yes, your parents might have to pay tax if they want to take it out in cash, but your parents also have an option to keep it for their own future in retirement, and they can wait till that time before they even bother to talk up to the government about paying salary on that money, okay, as long as possible. But the point is that the money is still there, but the grants will go back, okay? Now, where can you open an RESP? Lots of places. You can go to a bank. We talked about banks last time, about savings. You can go to a bank. You can have a financial advisor. I'm not sure if anyone has talked about that, but I know that there has been a discussion about stocks. Sometimes when you get stocks, you might want to get someone to help you to choose the stocks. That might be a financial advisor. A financial advisor can help your parents with RESPs as well. Insurance companies. We haven't talked about insurance companies. They're a whole other entity that help families with protecting, and they also offer RESPs. And then there are RESP companies where that's all that they do. All they do is RESPs and helping families to save for RESPs. So those are all of the options to think about. Do you want some tips on how to save? There's a program called the Canada Child Benefit. In my day, it was called baby bonus. This is money that the government gives to parents for every child, okay? A lot of parents will take some of this money to help pay for the RESP. If they take government money, they get a government salary of 20% on that money, and it grows, and the government doesn't tax it until it comes out. Really smart way to use that money. So you can ask your parents, how about my baby bonus money or my Canada Child Benefit? Maybe we can use some of that. Have you been saving money in your piggy bank? Or maybe you actually stepped it up and you got a bank account. You've got allowance money in there. You've been babysitting. You can also chip in and help to pay for your own future. I love this one. We got our grandma and grandpa. I like to call them the bank of grandma and grandpa because they love to give money, don't they? Yes. So bank of grandma and grandpa can also help to pay. You can put some of that aside and put into the RESP. We don't need to buy all sorts of bikes and all sorts of video games. When we talked about this for savings versus investing, we talked about thinking of the future. So we can take some of that money from the bank of grandma and grandpa and put it in the RESP. How about birthday gifts? We love to get toys, don't we? And clothes and look really good and fly. But remember, we can take some of that and save it. Put it towards our future. You can use some birthday gift money towards the RESP. Or what about special events like Christmas or any other religious holidays where people get money? You can use that also to help to pay for the RESP. Really good strategies. And I love this one as well. Work hard. Work hard in school. If you want to be a basketball player, I heard lots of basketball players. Do you know that you can go to school for free and play basketball? The school will pay you, but you still need to do your work. You still need to have good marks. So I encourage you guys, if you've got a gift, use it and get a scholarship. Because guess what? You can still have your RESP even if you have a scholarship. That's more money for you to build your future through investing. We talked about that last time. So how do you choose where to go? Remember I talked about the bank, I talked about financial advisors, and I said insurance companies and RESP companies. These are key things you need to think about whenever you're making a decision about money. You want to know what the return is or the interest. Remember, Mickey, we talked about a special rule last time. What was that rule called? Do you remember?
2.
That's it. I love it. The rule of 72 helps us to think about whether we're getting a good return because we know how fast it'll take for our money to double. Okay? And I just show you the rule again. We take 72 divided by interest rate. That tells us how many years it takes to double. So we want to understand the return or the interest rate. You also want to think about risk. Remember, Mickey, we talked about safe money jobs and risky money jobs. We got to think about that because risky money jobs may affect our return. While we may have good money, remember it's a roller coaster. And by the time we're ready for school, hopefully we're in the upside of the roller coaster, okay? Fees. There's a cost to everything. Nothing is for free. In this country, nothing is for free. We have to pay for something. So you need to understand the fee for whatever institution you go to who wants to help you to save your RESP, okay? So you ask the bank what the fees are, you make sure you understand all of that, or you go to your financial advisor and ask what the fees are. You ask the insurance company, what's the fees? Or you ask the RESP company, what's the fee? Okay, because fees affect how much you have at the end. Then you want to know, okay, I gotta pay you for this, but what do I get for this? What service do you receive? You want to think about that as well. And you want to think about bonuses. We all love bonuses. Some companies will actually give you some top-ups. So you want to ask those questions and find out what other perks are there for being with this institution, okay? Just like what we talked about with opening a bank account. We love bonuses. So what do you need to open an RESP? Just like the bank, before you do anything, you need your parents. You can't do it by yourself. Okay? And in fact, the account is in your parents' name and they just say it is earmarked for you. So Mickey, your mommy has an account, it's in her name, perhaps with your dad, and your name is attached to it so they know it's for you. So you need your parents. Your parents need a social insurance number. We talked about this last time. We call it a SIN, which is a special number that the government has for everyone. Remember I said taxes? Remember how taxes is like the government salary on our salary? It hurts. But in order for them to take that salary, they need a special number for you, and that's your social insurance number. Your parents need to prove who they are, so they'll need some type of ID, whether it's a birth certificate or a passport or even their social insurance number. They'll need your social insurance number. You cannot start an RESP for any significant period of time without a social insurance number, okay? If your parents want to save, some institutions will let them start without a social insurance number, but they gotta provide it within 18 months. If you're getting a learning bond and your parents aren't ready to save, they need the social insurance number to start. That is a requirement, okay? So what's the big thing we need with an RESP, Mickey? We need a SIN, All right? Yes. Now, if your parents are going to save, then we need to know what the banking information, we need to know what bank that they're going to use to get the money from. So that's the other piece of information you need. However, if you're just getting the Canada Learning Bond and you are not saving, then you don't need banking info, okay? And so you don't need to give it, all right? So that's what we need. That's all the information I wanted to share with you about RESPs. So now it's quiz time. Are we ready? Are we ready? Everyone in the chat, I need you participating, okay? Let's go to the first question. Where can you go to school with your RESP? Let's see. Only in Canada. All over the world. On the moon. What do you think, Mickey?
All over the world. We got all
Good
over
job. How is the chat doing? What are they saying?
Tip says all over the world. B from Naira. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Everyone was listening. Listening. Oh, there are some questions, I guess. So we'll take those at the end. Or did you want to take a look? Did you want to pause and address any of those?
Yeah, no, I already did.
Okay, awesome. Which of these government grants are not retroactive? Remember I said that special word retroactive, we go in the past and we can get money we didn't get? Which of these, you cannot do this. With the Canada Education Savings Grant, you cannot go in the past. What do you think? Or how about the Canada Learning Bond? You cannot go in the past. Or additional Canada Education Savings Grant, it's not retroactive. Which one do you think it is?
Okay, so
I see the chat blowing up.
Egypt says C. Niobe, Janaya says C. Tristan says C. C. Cody says C.
All right.
Right.
I love it. Good. The Canada Education Savings Grant, we can catch up. How many years at a time? Do you remember? 2 years at a time we can catch up. The Canada Learning Bond, you can also catch up as long as you're under 15, okay? The additional one, we cannot. We have to get it that year. Let's do another one. Will the government help my parents save? Yes or no? What do you think? Yes, they'll help to save. Oh, look, the numbers are increasing in the chat. Let's see, what's everyone saying in the chat? They in agreement?
A.
Yes. You guys are awesome students. Awesome students. Now, what extra tips can we use to save for our education? Let's see how you were listening. A, the Canada Child Benefit. Can we use that to help with our savings? Our piggy bank savings from our allowance. Can we go to the bank of grandma and grandpa to help with our RESP? Can we use our birthday money to help with our RESP? All of the above. What do you think, Mickey?
E.
Oh, look, the chat, look. All right, let's hear what's going on. Are they in agreement?
Yes, Samuel says E, Steve says E, Simone says E, everybody says E. Cody.
You guys are good students. I'm so proud. Next one. Can I still use my RESP if I get a scholarship? Remember I said scholarships are awesome. You should go for it, but can you use your RESP if you get one? A, yes, or no. What do you think, Mickey?
A.
Good job. Yes, you can use your RESP.
Good job. Everybody says A.
You guys are good students. I'm so proud. Next one. Do my parents need to save to get the Canada Learning Bond? So do my parents need to save to get that one? Yes or no? What do you think? Do your parents have to save or not? What is the chat saying?
The chat says A. A. Everybody say A, but it's a no.
No. This is one of the great programs where you don't have to save, but you do need to be eligible based on income. Okay, so you know the income rules change over time, so it's important when your parents want to do this to find out what it is currently. But your parents can get this based on income and they don't need to save. So I don't want anyone feeling like they're being left out, okay? Next, to get all of the government grants, is it better to start early or start later? What do you think? So you can get all your grants, early or late?
Early.
Early.
Everybody
You
saying
got
A,
it. Because then
early,
we don't have
early.
enough time, right? What is everyone saying in the chat? They all agree with us?
Yes, A.
You guys were awesome students. This was fun again. I loved being here talking about education savings. So Mickey, I can't wait to find out that you are ready to go to university to become a doctor. And I can't wait to find out that you are going to be on athletic scholarship playing on a basketball team of that university. I'm looking forward to hearing that. And I'm also looking forward to you taking all that money that your mom and the government saved, and now you're building an amazing future of other dreams. Okay, so that's my wish for you and for all of you guys who have joined us today. Any other questions?
So we have a question, Miss Billie-Jane. So how, for the CLB, how and where do you go apply for that? How do parents start?
Right, so a parent can go to those same institutions I mentioned. The parent can go to a bank, a parent can go to a financial advisor, a parent can go to an insurance advisor through an insurance company or to an RESP company. And all of them can help with the Canada Learning Bond. However, you do need to ask the question because not all institutions, not all banks will offer it, but most of them do. So you can go to pretty much all of those sources to find out who can help you with the Canada Learning Bond. And as I said, all you really need for the Canada Learning Bond is your social insurance number. We really need the kids' social insurance numbers and some type of ID. You don't need banking info if you're just getting the Canada Learning Bond. You can wait for the banking info when you're ready to save. Right? Hope that helped.
Awesome. Is there any other questions from you guys in the chat, from any of the kids in the chat or parents? In the chat, let's see. No. Okay.
That means I did my job. Yay!
Thank you very much, Miss Billie-Jane. You did a phenomenal job once again. We're
Yay!
going to wrap up really quickly because we are a little bit over in time once again. So I'm going to speed through the rest really quickly. So if you could stop sharing your screen.
Yes, yes.
And I can get to my screen.
Okay, sorry. Stop share. There we go.
Awesome. Awesome. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, there we go. Share. All right, everybody. So last question, as I always ask, what would happen if kids became more financially literate? And our answer is real change that impacts the world. Because no matter what, no matter where you live, KiddieNomics, sometimes it's geared towards Canadian content and Ontario, that's where we are. But no matter what, the skills that you will learn from financial literacy it's transcended anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter. We've had people join from Brazil, from India, from the US. So you know what? It doesn't matter where you live. The skills that you will learn for financial literacy as you grow up to be adults that are going to be awesome adults that's going to really truly help impact and change the world. These skills will always carry through no matter where you live, where you're from, what your background is, where you started financially. It doesn't matter how much money you have or not have, you will always have financial literacy skills to help you through those times, right? So that's why it will be real change that will impact the world and impact your life. So we're super excited about that. To learn with you guys as all the kids grow. We're super excited to be here. So coming up, so our schedule coming up for the upcoming weeks, we really love to thank Miss Billie-Jane. She did a 2-week back-to-back on savings and RESPs. Thank you so much. You did a phenomenal job. The kids loved you. We learned so much. I learned so much.
Yeah, such an honor.
Thank you so much. So upcoming, next week is going to be Scott Roberts. We're going to talk about stocks again, 2.0 for kids. So that's a really good one. If anybody has not seen the first stocks webinar, it is posted on the KiddieNomics YouTube channel. All webinars every Friday is posted in a couple of hours on Friday afternoon. So if you missed anything or any questions that you didn't get answered, please go back to the video. I'm sure we've covered it. If not, send us a message and we'll get one of the experts to help answer your questions. So Stocks is next week. After that, we're going to talk about resume writing for kids. Yeah. So we're excited about that one. As I keep saying, I got my first job at 11 years old. Yesterday, Mickey and I went for a walk, and she says to me, "Oh, Mom, how do I sign up to be to deliver papers like you did?" So,
Awesome!
So she's looking to start her job. So that'd be awesome. So we're gonna look into that. But there's resume writing for kids with Jen Janieri. And then after that, we're gonna talk about vision boarding. And this is a really fun, phenomenal one. And the reason why we're doing this for financial literacy is because, as Miss Billie-Jane has mentioned, what you dream and think about and what you envision. A vision board will help you put it into pictures and a roadmap as to how you can help get you there, right? And you know what? If you start a vision board from when you were a child and 10 years later, you'll look back and say, hey, I did accomplish that. I did get my scholarship, or I did go to school to become a doctor, or I did whatever it is that you're dreaming about. When you envision it now and you have your vision board posted on your wall, and then you can always look at it and keep yourself accountable to say, this is what I want to be. So we're going to do vision boarding for kids, and this is a family event, so I hope the parents can join. We would be really excited if all the parents join with their kids and create maybe a family vision board and then a vision board for your child. That would be fun. Just to get you started, you will need some magazines, right? You need some magazines to help get you started. So what you can go to the library. The library, I think, yeah, libraries are open now.
I think.
Yeah, libraries are open now, I believe. So it's 25 cents if you want to buy old magazines, because they always sell them. So 25 cents, grab a couple of old magazines, or if you're out and about, your parents are out and about. I know kids are home, but if your parents are out and about, please grab some old magazines that you see lying around, just to help with the vision boarding that's going to be coming up on July 24th. And then after that, we are going to talk to Teresa Shaver. She's with the BACD, and we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. This is a really big one. I've worked with Teresa in the past. She's helped me with my businesses, and I really want to talk about that because some of everybody on the call or on the webinar, you may have dreams to start your own business, and we want to help you, everybody, get to whatever the dream is that you want to accomplish. So if you want to start a lemonade stand or a comic book, a comic book line, or you do scrunchies and you want to sell that online, or you want to build your own app.
You can do anything you want. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Right? So we're going to do all of that. So we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We're super excited with Miss Teresa. That's going to be a phenomenal one. We're also going to talk about futurepreneurship, or Futurepreneur, which is a great program to help launch your business. So we have a lot of things coming up and more coming down the pipeline that you guys will see. So we're super excited about that. And it's giveaway time. Okay, we're going to wrap up really quickly. So Miss Billie-Jane has been phenomenal, and she's going to give away, including with this book. Hopefully you guys can see. So we're giving away a package, a book, and a savings, a piggy bank, right? It says Building Your Legacy. We're super happy. Thank you so much. So the first 2 kids that tags us on KiddieNomics with our with our Facebook or Instagram, doing an activity. So either let's do the budgeting activity. So create a budget, right, that you're going to adhere to, maybe for the summer. So if you show us a budgeting plan and tag us on Instagram or Facebook, you will win this combo package, Building Your Legacy, which is the piggy bank from Miss Billie-Jane, and the 5 nuggets from this amazing author, Dondre Homer. So he created this great book. It's about a father and son, or a father writing to his future son about the things that he should know or would like him to know when his future son is born, right? So this is so super cute. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to reading it ourselves. So, and this is for ages 8+. Okay, so ages 8 years and older. So that's our combo package. So that's for the contest. I hope you guys participate. We would love to give it away. So don't let it go without tagging us. Tag us on one of the activities. They're always posted on the YouTube channel in the description, okay? All right, let's wrap up really quickly. We would love to hear from you guys. Our goal is to create tiny financial literacy ambassadors around the globe, right? So we want to hear from you guys and just tell us what else would you like to learn about for financial literacy? We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up, but if you think about something and you want us to talk about it here on KiddieNomics, please let us know. You can contact us through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, using TikTok, our TikTok account. We're gonna post. We'll see. Using the hashtag KiddieNomics or Ask KiddieNomics, or just send me a quick email at KiddieNomics101. I always get back to you. So please let us know, and don't forget to follow us on all the channels, because the more that we have, the greater power that we will have, because one person is not enough. But when we have many, many, many people, you're gonna see a fundamental change on KiddieNomics. So thank you very much for everybody that has been following and sharing. And liking our videos and our posts. Thank you so much. You guys, everybody has been phenomenal for sharing KiddieNomics. Yes. All right. So anyways, thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. All right. Bye. Bye, Miss Billie-Jane. Thank you so much for being today. You have been phenomenal.
Thank you.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye.